sister's fake infertility story with my ultrasound after she announced her pregnancy at my wedding, and my mom gave her my toast. That kind of confused me, but let's keep reading. My sister stood up during my wedding reception and announced that she's pregnant. And my mom immediately grabbed the microphone from the DJ to make a toast about becoming a grandmother instead of saying one word about me or my husband. I watched my mom's hand shake as she held that microphone, tears running down her face while she talked about how this was the best day of her life, because she was finally going to be a grandma. My sister just sat there smiling at her table, one hand on her stomach even though she couldn't be more than 6 weeks along. The whole room went silent. My husband grabbed my hand under the table and I could feel how hard he was squeezing. My maid of honor tried to get the mic back, but my mom literally turned her back on her. She went on for almost 5 minutes about baby names and how she always dreamed of this moment and how my sister was giving her the greatest gift. She didn't say my name once, not once during my own wedding reception. When she finally finished, everyone did this awkward half clap and my sister got up and hugged her. I just sat there in my wedding dress watching the whole family crowd around her table to congratulate her. My aunt even brought her a glass of water and made sure she was sitting down okay. My husband asked if I wanted to leave. I told him no, we paid for this reception and I wasn't going anywhere. So we cut the cake by ourselves basically and did our first dance while half the room was still gathered around my sister talking about babies. The next day my mom called and asked why I seemed off at the reception. I told her she hijacked my wedding to celebrate my sister's pregnancy and didn't even give a toast to me and my husband. She said I was being selfish and that family shares joy together. I asked her if she thought the timing was appropriate and she said my sister was just so excited she couldn't wait. I told her that's bullshit. My sister knew exactly what she was doing. She could have told the family literally any other day, but she chose my wedding. And my mom chose to make it about her instead of shutting it down. My mom got quiet and then said, "You know, your sister has always been sensitive about these things. This is really important to her." I said, "I don't care," and hung up. I didn't talk to either of them for 2 months. My sister sent texts asking what her problem was, saying she thought I'd be happy for her. My mom sent long messages about how I was tearing the family apart over nothing. I blocked them both. Then I found out I was pregnant. We weren't trying, but we weren't preventing it either. And honestly, after the wedding disaster, it felt like the universe was trying to make it up to me. My husband was thrilled. We told his family and a few close friends, but I specifically didn't tell my side because I knew what would happen. But my cousin, who I told, She said she heard I was pregnant and didn't understand why I didn't tell her. I told her she made it very clear at my wedding whose pregnancy she actually cared about. She started saying I was being cruel and that she loves me and of course she cares. I asked her if she was planning to give a toast at my baby shower or if she'd wait for my sister to have another announcement to make. She didn't think that was funny. She left and I thought that was the end of it. But then my extended family started getting weird with me. My uncle called and said he heard about my situation and that he understood why I was lashing out. My other aunt sent this long text about how infertility is hard, but I shouldn't take it out on my sister. I called my cousin and asked what the hell was going on. She told me my sister had been telling everyone that I'm struggling with infertility and that's why I cut her off at the wedding, that I was jealous of her pregnancy and having a breakdown about it. I was 6 months pregnant at this point, very obviously showing the lie was insane. I sent a group text to my entire extended family with a photo of my ultrasound and due date and said, just so everyone knows, I'm not infertile. I'm pregnant and due in 3 months. My sister lied to you because I cut her off for announcing her pregnancy at my wedding reception and because my mom gave a toast to her instead of to me and my husband. I'm done with both of them. My phone blew up. My sister called me 17 times. My mom sent voice messages screaming about how I humiliated them. Half my family was apologizing and the other half was asking what really happened at the wedding. My sister sent one text that said, I'm your sister. You're supposed to forgive me. I replied, you're not invited to my baby shower. She lost it. She called me from my mom's phone and they were both crying, saying I can't exclude her from family events. I told them they excluded me from my own wedding reception, so now we're even. I hung up and blocked my mom's number too. The baby shower is next month. My husband's family is hosting and it's going to be small and actually about us. My dad called and asked if he could come without my mom. I told him yes. But if she shows up, I'm calling the police for trespassing. He said he understood. My sister apparently had her baby 2 weeks ago. I know because my cousin sent me photos without asking if I wanted to see them. I deleted them. I don't care. She made her choice at my wedding and I made mine. But now my mom is sending emails saying I'm keeping her from both her grandchildren and that I'm destroying the family. My dad says she cries every day. Some of my relatives think I should just get over it for the sake of family peace. Am I being too harsh? No, I don't think the OP is the a-hole in this situation at all. There were plenty of other opportunities for that sister to announce her pregnancy. And even if she did want to announce it at the wedding, she could have waited until all of the toasts were done, right? It's not really about the sister being pregnant, and it's not really about the grandmother being elated that her daughter is pregnant. It's about the order of events and how they made that wedding entirely about the sister when everyone knows a wedding is supposed to be about the bride first of all and the groom second of all. So no, the OP is definitely definitely not the a-hole. There is a time and a place. Read the room. And even if you messed up, like in that whole text, I didn't see an apology once. Not even a half-assed apology. Like, I'm sorry. Like a half-assed apology. For example, like, I'm sorry I made a toast about my pregnancy. I should have waited until the end to let everyone know so that you could have had your day, and then we could have all celebrated as a family a new little life coming into the family at the end. It's just straight up a mess, and so incredibly disrespectful. Weddings are so much money, and to just steal the spotlight from your sister, I have a feeling that runs deeper. That jealousy, that sibling jealousy, I feel like that runs deeper than OB has led on, or maybe just didn't have time to go through the whole lore of her family drama, you know. But anyway, that was sort of a long one, and so I'm gonna end it right there. But I'm so happy to be making videos again, and as always, let me know in the comments anything you'd like to see from me. I love anything under the sea, deep sea, sea creatures. I also love different scary Reddit stories like Let's Not Meet and No Sleep. So just let me know what you guys want from me, and I will do my best to fill that request. So I hope y'all sleep